44, 45. So 10 points. I like the pickout breakout when we have good trending environments. Why is that? Somebody asked me why.
Why?
It's stubborn with this. Thanks, Viv. Uh, why? Why do I like pickout breakouts with good trending environments? Because they tend to be more reliable. They tend to run for bigger trades. Um, and think about the theme of the mornings or a lot of mornings this year. You got the chop in the mornings, chop, and then you'll have breakouts, chop and breakouts, but they really don't ever follow through. And then in the afternoons, you start seeing those swings come in, and you get some clear direction in the afternoons. This year, a lot of days have been that way. Um, I would rather do it in an environment like that than one that's choppy breakout. Because here's the reason why. In those trend environments, you have clearer direction on your trade. In the chop breakout trades, choppy environment, breakout environment, um, the 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 fake out doesn't cause, and you get no follow through on the breakout here. Um, you're not going to get that. So here's probably a good example. So look at this. This is a good example. Comes down to a support area, chops around, fakes out to the downside, and then comes back up, chops, breaks out to the long side, and keeps running to the long side. That's a really good example of a fake out, breakout, um, and one that I like personally because those puppies tend to continue to run once. Look at that. You get the fake out, breakout down here, and it ran all the way up to the moon, Alice, all the way up to the moon.
To the moon.
So
Pow, bang.
those that the reason we have the fake out breakout trade is for this reason. Typically, once the market picks a direction, uh, you'll get something like a fake out breakout after they try to take all the stops out, and then you'll get uh, the whole choppy price action, and then they'll fake everybody out and say, "Hey, we really want to get short here," and it gets all the knots to short, and then we're just sitting patiently waiting, 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 waiting. Okay, break out to the top side. Let's take that, and then it just runs. So typically, the fake out comes after they've tried to push people's thoughts into one direction. Does that make sense? So again, that's why I don't like it in a choppy environment. I prefer it have in a bigger swing environment and a trend type of environment. But why do we have to trade? Because this is what causes the fake out breakout. Let's put it this way: who you know we
I know
know
what it
that.
is.
Let's try to get a member to answer first. What causes why does this happen? Like who's behind this? Let's put it
A
that way.
wind.
Who is behind the fake out, and then it goes right back, chops around for a minute longer, and then it takes off to the north side. Who's behind that? Yeah. So what you've got to be aware that look at this in the big picture here. At this point, the ES had started to pick a direction, right? From way back here. So the ES is clearly picking the direction on the long side. Well, in the moment, what do people see? People see nothing but this. People see this, and they're like, oh, we got to get short. Everything's falling. The sky's falling. We get out of here. Momentum's down. And then all of a sudden, it chops around, and they're like, okay, we're going to be on the short side. And they start chasing down here. And the next thing you know, they're just trying to chase short on every one of these little rallies and every little hook stochastics. They're trying to chase short when they didn't look at the big picture and say, hey, look, the market had already picked up for the day. So uh, good luck with that. So the reason we have the fake out breakout is we know that institutions are manipulating the market. Make sense? All right.
Where do you get in at?
Two options on that actually.
20 seconds.
And
Good
did you know
question.
that this is the move that has like 4 opportunities to get in?
Yes. Yes. All right. Let's do the rest of it after the open. Let's see what happens here.
10 seconds.
All right, guys.
You're going to
be
get that push
patient.
up.
Those of you probably gonna get the push up. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you would think that would be the case because news was up, right? And you had down, push up, down overnight. So we're following the thought process that the day session becomes an expanded version of the night session. Well, recently, not that much of an expanded version. So following that thought process, that's the likely outcome, but we don't know. We don't know. That's why we sit and wait on the open to give us clear direction. Now, again, guys, keep in mind, here after a few minutes after the open, if we don't see any real volume or price action, we're not going to keep. I'm not going to sit around here. Now, again, I think wait for it might sit with you for a little bit, guys, but you're going to be in micros, like he said. I just don't see a reason that you're trying to force something that's not there. So no real clear direction on the ES. YM's at the bottom side of the news stuff, so keep that in mind. Again, use those news candles, both the ES and YM. Use those news candles as a guide, guys. If the market can't get out of the news candles, do not trade heavy. Don't do it. Well, why are you focused on news candles today so much, Coach? Somebody ask. No, nobody wants to know why I'm focusing on it.
Why focusing on?
But you already know why.
Let them know.
We're gonna make them ask. Gonna make them ask. YM's trying to pick down here. We'll see. You got still just can't break the. I guess it just peeked through the low of the news candle. Yeah, there you go. All right, down it is for the YM. Now I can't. It's got to hold that below the news area. And if it does that on the YM, you're definitely down. So the ES you would think would follow suit here in a minute and try to push down if that happens. So you guys could possibly look at a bear flag entry if you're bigger accounts could possibly look at that. I would be extremely cautious here, people. Still, just there's a little W forming on the YM. I mean, until price can stay below or above the news. Why am I focused on the news so much today?
Ooh, there goes.
Somebody asked. Okay.
YM's
Why
off.
am I focused on the news so much? Thanks, Viv. Viv always doesn't. Shit, Viv.
She plays along well.
I knew she was just going to play along because she wants to hear it. She's like, oh, if he's going to do this crap, I'm just going to answer him. Why?
This guy.
I am focused so much on the news. I'm going to wait till Viv finishes typing. Little Celestino coming on the ES. Getting a little stochastics on the YM. This is not.
Okay, if you're in, I got people in. You should be at that last swing point at
He did a little W.
561 on the YM.
So it could say below the news. Boom.
So you can go ahead and move it to 71.
Pushes up here. That actually could be a decent little breakout there. Yes, Bipper. If it pushes through this S1, that would be exactly what we talked through a couple minutes ago. Pretty close to it, guys.
All right, we're running.
There you go.
86.
Hey, I love the market does exactly what we talked about before. It's like a
Oh, snap.
self-fulfilling. All right.
Very good.
Oh, it stops me. I'm running my mouth.
No, I was just reacting to what you were saying. You're good.
Oh, sorry, Ben. So here, why am I so focused on the news candles? Just look at the news candle. Doesn't use the hour, whatever. We have no look, guys. If here, think about this. Look at
Awesome.
the daily chart. Daily, both YM and ES. ES broke past its daily range. YM quite hasn't done it yet. But for the most part, they're still both in a daily range type of environment. Check number one. Check number two. The news here, look, the news price action was very erratic off the gate. You took out both the swing high and swing low. That doesn't usually happen either. Then we had the push up, obviously, for both YM and ES. But again, they both retraced, both YM and ES retraced pretty much the entire amount of the news. So what does that tell me? It tells me that the top and bottom of the news area is a strong area for institutions. Let's think about it this way. If you were an institution, you're adding or unloading or adding contracts in a specific area, is there a chance that you already have buy and sell orders sitting out there? Yes or no? And you just reload the gun every time price gets to that area. Is that plausible? Is that plausible?
And you're flat.
Hello? Yes. Think about it, guys. So what the reason I'm so focused on these news candles is somebody big is buying here, somebody big is selling here. Same for the yes. Somebody big is selling here, somebody big is buying here. Well, that's the only way that price action happens like that, right? Say yes, everybody. It's the only way that price action happens like that. So you've got to draw a line in the sand and say, all right, well, thank you, Scott. Mr. Hubbard. Yeah. So you know that just from this morning. So use that information and trade what I think I put in open comments. Trade from the extremes, trade from the near term support and resistance. Well, guess what? Near term support and resistance is the news candle. Why? Because that's what the market's told us it wants to do. So we don't trade what we think, we trade what we see. What did we see? We saw that price action was very erratic on the news, pushed, typically news events are directional. One direction, retracement, continue in that direction. That did not happen. So treat it as a range bound inside day until price stays above or below the news. All right. Make sense? You guys make sense, guys?
She's running.
She's going down.
There's a running up on the ES and down on the YM.
Yeah.
Still would say you gotta, for me personally,
ES
I
is going to drop here in a second to check for support.
what were you about to say? Oh,
Oh no, I was actually
no, you're
talking
probably,
to. I'm talking in here. I just couldn't mute it fast enough.
Who's talking to invisible
you're
friend?
probably right there. Wait for it.
What's that now?
I said you're probably right on that. The ES is setting up for a little dump here from this prior
Yeah.
swing.
That channel up right there tells it it's going to get it up above this. They're manipulating it above the last high there at 95, 75. And once they get up there, they're going to drop it, and it's either going to hold or it's going to free fall.
Taking stops. People, that's
manipulation.
all they're doing. I can't see. I mean, got some. I mean, the ticks are running, so it's definitely price action. But this is the ES. Just looking at the chart on the ES is painful to my eyes. At least you're getting decent little swings on the YM right now.
YM's dropping off the first touch, it looks like.
Still, I like the M's and W's today too, guys. So just add
Yeah.
into what the wakeboard's saying there. I would go with a little extra confirmation, like a M trade. You get a little M coming up here on the ES.
Having problems getting it back up there. There's a lot of volume pumping in right there. They're forcing it. Oh yeah, I see it, Paul. It's awesome.
What's that?
I was pointing something out to him on the NQ.
He was like, squirrel.
I didn't think the ES would be like. Well, the ES is moving more than I thought it would.
Well, they're forcing it up. It's not-
Yeah,
that's fake.
it's going to 90. It should go back up to over
There's a
90.
double top on the YM there, guys. That might be actionable on the short side. He missed the 16 tick roll, so I probably would chase at this point. I didn't even realize that till I was looking around. You guys got me
You in the
looking at the
YM?
ES. Yeah, I was looking at the YM
Sorry.
to try to call that sell signal. That's my fault. I was trying to call the sell signal, and I just wasn't glancing at it at the right time.
I think you'll get a retest.
With the ES people, I think you really need a clear M to finish.
Yeah,
clear
big
W
time.
to finish.
Yeah, it's on a.
Don't look at this stochastic. This is just hold off on the ES. Hold off on the ES right now.
Wait for a clean M. Like at least one of
I
those
do
little.
like it here at 98.
What's that?
I said I like it here for an M, but it would have to be a small risk M.
Anywhere from like here up to that zone.
Up to that zone, yeah. But we're here at that overnight. Then you get into that if you break up through that overnight. You're at a swing, so maybe wait to the zone might be safer, I would think.
All right, you're getting your M here on the YM now. ES probably gonna get a little M now. But yeah, somewhere between here and the zone. If you get a decent M and it's got to finish, the M's got to finish. So don't. This is
Mhm.
one of those scenarios where you don't
Yeah,
want to be
this is
jumping
you
in
need a
early.
clean M on this one.
I mean, if you do jump in early, be quick to close the trade out if it goes against you against HMA. So there's your M.
That was quick. I don't think it's going to give you much.
I would like it better in the zone because
Thank you,
well,
John.
my trade plan says trade from
The
the
zones.
zones.
Train from that blanking zones.
Flipping zones. Yeah. Well, I am just try to get people into M and took the stops out. Well, it didn't finish either. The M did not finish on the YM, so you never entered there. You definitely, if you were sharp enough on the ES, you had time to get your targets off on the M. But again, talking about the markets being a testing mechanism, this is the only way you can do it. It's two ways: get in a trade, lose money, or
Get in the trade,
talk
lose money.
yourself through the get in a trade, lose money, teach yourself not to do it again. Right? Or for most of us who are hard-headed like me and Paul, lose lots of money trading before you figure out not to do silly crap
Yep.
and that your
That's the
emotions
route
get
I
involved.
took.
Yeah, right.
That's the
There
route
you
I
go.
took. It was painful. Now you got a little.
It was a decent one on the YM. Yeah, I mean that was a good trade. And then you had them long from
YM down.
where? Yeah, you had them.
Right at 9:35 maybe ish.
Well, I meant like it was 6. What was it? 5. 590s where you got them long at, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what it was. It's not bad.
on that candle that reversed,
Yeah.
turned back out.
Bigger M now on the ES. Just I'm not gonna do it, but if you guys want to take a look at the bigger M, fine. You might
I
get a little
took
M
it.
here on the YM.
Isn't it funny? We were talking about the fake out breakout.
What's that?
We were talking about the fake out breakout.
Yeah, you got one on the
You got
YM,
one
right?
down the YM, yeah.
It happened exactly as we were talking through it.
Look at that.
Targets off on the ES now. Anybody grab the ES bigger M? Good trade, Coach Paul.
Yeah, I couldn't pass up on all those. Couldn't break through that. I told you 98 was the number I was looking for. So
Oh, that's good. That's I liked it too. I just couldn't get over to my chart fast enough. And plus, I'm happy with what I had this morning. So
Did you see my message, Paul?
yeah, I'm in micros. So just for the record, guys, I'm trading micros. Now
Right,
I wish I wasn't trading micros, but
well, we kind of have the
let's see,
expectation.
Scott.
M's starting to form on the YM now, guys. So
Yeah, it's looking nice.
those YM traders, you're gonna have a sell signal.
Oh.
How many people took the
Hi,
ES short
Scott.
that we gave you just a second ago?
Wait for it. Yeah.
What? I want to know.
Well, you can send
Send
it to
it to you.
Coach Brian.
What?
Oh, he's just showing me a trade he's looking at. Come on, baby, run. Look at this. Why would I do this in micros? What was I thinking?
Micro's $100 trade. Look at
What
that.
was I? Yeah. What
You
is
think
wrong
guys
with me?
can't make money on a micro?
Oh,
That's funny.
all right, where's my stop at? That's micros. I don't even.
All right, let's
I don't even
go,
move my stop on micros. What do you think, Brian?
Let's see, 91.50.
Oh, you're getting way down there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little
50.
doji
All right,
there on the
I'll put it
tick
there.
chart, right above the pivot.
Wait for this to break here, and then I'll put it above that.
You could use 91 now, because if it takes out 91, it's going to take out 91.50.
Yeah, you're right.
If it takes any of this out, and you're at the power swing, which through here would definitely ignite some selling pressure, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just wanted.
Targets off on the M for the YM. Did anybody do the YM M that I called out 10 minutes ago?
Come on. My 91, 90.75 is my stop on this thing breaks down through here. Because if it comes through the pivot, it's going to come back up. So not a bad little micro trade. I'll take it.
I'll
I'll take it.
Wait for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Like a mad scientist for like a week. My vapors.
All right, I'm flat.
All right. Good trade. Good trade. All right. We're still short on the YM. Stops down to just above the 89.
Good job, Viv.
619.
Good job.
619. Nice job, Viv. Good job, guys.
We could have
Hey, you didn't have to wait all morning to get this done.
could have a
There's your
mad
trades.
scientist division.
You said the mad scientist division.
Yeah.
It's a good trade. $100 trade on a ES or MES and
What do you think about that?
25.
That was funny you say that, Brian. I was thinking the same thing. That's scary how we think alike.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Do it.
Biden.
I need help
Clinton.
perfecting it.
Well, I think we know somebody that can do that.
Yeah.
I think we have somebody on tap that could do
I'm
that.
on I'm on revision. Well, I didn't start counting from the beginning, but I'm pretty sure I'm on my 10th revision, but I call it
You could take a.
Well, stopped on
hold
the
off.
YM down to 607 now.
MES.
Yes, you're flat unless you did the W on the long side. You picked the side and you went from the support area, near term support that I put in my notes. Pick a side, any side, pick a side, any side. Again, you got to treat that news event as a range because, well, what are the markets doing? They're respecting said range, correct? I think I only said that like an hour ago. Did I say that an hour ago?
Mm-hmm.
And then like 10 times after that? So now you know why I was so focused on the news candles. Right? Does that make sense now, guys? Look at what's happened. And oh, Coach Brian, you predicted the future. No, I didn't. I just watched what happened and said, okay, here's what's likely the scenario based on past events. Does that make sense, guys?
Clear.
Anybody listening to me? You guys done listening to me? Everybody
Everybody
got that short trade and they're like, oh, we're done.
Everybody
Today.
said, we're
See ya."
done. See ya. Going back to
I
their.
think we should. I got to be honest with you. After this short, I think everybody. Thank you, Scott. Ty, thank you. I got to be honest. After that short, I don't see a reason to try to keep pushing it, guys. But getting micros, we'll wait for it here with you. I don't see a reason to go much longer here.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, because I can't imagine this doing much after that. What did the markets just tell us? The markets just told us that it's going to range around in this range. Probably you got to because you probably got a couple swings because what few big boys and girls were out there said, okay, well let's get our trades in today, and that's it, done. And now at this point, you come back to I would imagine somewhere in the middle, somewhere where we started, both YMES and see choppy, slow moving market here for a little while. You got a little bit of news at what 11? The Fed. What is it? 11?
Is there news 11?
Fed monetary policy report.
know
Yeah,
what
it's
that-
not that big. Yeah, you might get
Oh.
some swings from that. But here's what I would say, guys. I would say really start thinking about packing it up, packing it in, calling it holiday weekend. You know, after that short that we just called, if that doesn't have you green for the day, at this point you might be chasing your tail. You probably get a couple opportunities, but you're gonna have to be patient, extremely patient for those opportunities. Extremely patient. That's funny.
Waiting on them swings.
So, look, the clean price. We got the M on the ES. Clean price action down, pushes down. Got a little W there. You could have taken it along side, but now the push up is not as clean. So, what does that tell you? It tells you that there's some people unloading some contracts. Either they're getting out of their long positions, or there's people really thinking about selling. Either one way or the other. That's what it looks like. So, again, play the extremes if you're trading this. Possibly the sell signals would give you a little bit more confluence at this point. But if the price does stay above the news event, I've only said this 10 times, so hopefully you guys are getting it sinking in really well. If the price stays above it, then you can think hard. You can think aggressively long on the long side. But that also puts you in a situation that you're breaking those all-time highs again. So is that going to be like, I mean, very well could be. I mean, the market could pick a direction on the long side and do kind of what it's done all year, slowly creep its way up. Probably time to go work on the siding. That's the point I'm trying to make. Do you think that the market's really gonna be aggressive on the up long side or short side going into with after July 4th? Probably no huge players out there making decisions today? Probably not. That's a guess. And again, we don't trade what we guess or think. We trade what we see. M coming up on the ES here, guys. YM might be giving you a sell signal here in a second. But
No,
the
for
higher
those.
probability M already happened. So if you're going to look at the M, again, it has to finish. If you try to jump in early, you got to also be quick to cut the trade.
Right. That is exactly.
Well, dang. Wish I'd call that M with you guys. Targets off on the YM sell signal I just called. Anybody do that on the YM? Gave it to you. Plenty of time to get into it. Anybody grab that? Targets off, stops to no lose, guarantee some profit. Again, same as before on the ES, up in this area between here and the zone. If you get a decent little M, you can look at sell signal. All right. Any questions? I mean, that's going to do it for me this morning, guys. I think wait for it, probably hang out with you maybe an hour or more, right? Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. That's it. That's it for me this morning, guys. The reason is because I don't want you guys doing anything crazy or silly. If you guys are patient and again, do it in micros if you do something. But trade the swings. Don't be super aggressive. I mean, guys, we all had a good chance. YM gave you two, 3 shots on the long and short side this morning. ES gave you a couple good shots on the long and short side. That's it. After that short trade we called at like 9:45, I don't see a reason to push past this morning for most people, most of you guys. Even if you guys are sitting around hanging out with wait for it, maybe don't trade it or do it in sim or micros like wait for it said. Just be careful. Done for the day. Nice. A&J. Nice. Done for the day. DFD. That's one of our acronyms that we use. DFD. Yeah, guys, think about being done for the day after those M trades. If you didn't catch the M, now you've got to be extremely picky on what trade you take. That's it. That's all I'll say about that. Great job, everybody. Any questions before I step away for the morning?
All right. RTY update 2.
Liberty Trading Club, everyone. This Paulina here. Hope you enjoyed our live stream this morning. If you want to trade live with us in our trade room, visit libertytradingclub.com and start a trial. After your first free 3 days, it's just $97 a month to trade your access.